Hey, how is it going again, Guardians? LVnative here with another Destiny video. In today's video, we are going to be continuing our Vendor Weapons Spotlight series with the new Monarchy. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this, basically what it is I go in and look at every single weapon that the vendor has to sell, tell you guys all the stats for it, as well as show you all the perks that come with that weapon and let you make your own mind up whether or not you think this will be a viable weapon, because everybody has different playstyles and not every weapon fits toward every playstyle. So I'm going to give you all the facts and I'll share my opinions along the way, but you guys are going to be the one to determine whether or not you like the weapons that they have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, starting things off, let's take a look at our first weapon up for bid, and it is the Assembly 2. Now, the Assembly 2 is a very fast fire rate of auto rifle, but to see how fast, let's take a look at the stats. So you can see right off the bat that it has a rate of fire of 100 and an impact of 2, putting this directly in the same type of archetype as the Doctrine of Passing and the Soul Stealer's Claw. We also have a range of 15, stability of 32, reload of 69, magazine size of 56. Now, their secondary stats are 83 for the aim assistance, equip speed of 54, the recoil direction of 60, and a zoom of 15. Not bad stats overall for other weapons of this archetype, but let's go ahead and take a look at the vendor rolled perks that come with this. So starting things off with our sights, we got the Red Dot ORA, Steady Hand IS, and the OEG. Again, go with whichever sight you like best. I actually like my red dots, so that's what I would choose. Up next, we have either armor piercing rounds or quick draw. I like both of these, but I think I'm going to roll with quick draw. Up next, you got perfect balance and third eye. Very compelling argument for both, but I'm going to take perfect balance for the added stability, as that is a very important stat for this fast firing rate type of weapon. And last and definitely not least, we have counterbalance, my favorite perk to have on one of these bullet hoses. And it is desperately needed here because even with perfect balance, it just does not have that high of a stability, and it may make this a very difficult replacement if you don't already happen to have something like the Doctrine. Okay, and up next we have the Free Will 3 hand cannon. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats on this bad boy and see what it has to offer. So, we have a rate of fire of 32 and an impact of 68, range of 20, stability 41, reload of 48, magazine size of 10. Its secondary stats are actually quite good, with an aim assistance of 83, equip speed of 82, and a recoil direction of 94, with a zoom factor of 15. Now, this particular hand cannon does fall right in line as the same archetype as the Water Star and the Revelator. Right now, the meta does seem to be moving towards the higher impact hand cannons, but that could change at a moment's notice. If it does, this has some pretty good stats to go with it. But besides the stats, let's go ahead and take a look at our perks. So with our sights, we have the Steady Hand IS, the Fast Draw IS, and the Quick Draw IS, all decent scopes that you can use. I am going to opt for the Steady Hand just for the excellent recoil control. Up next, you have Explosive Rounds or Snapshot. Both good to have, but Explosive Rounds is really fun on the hand cannon, so you might consider running with this one. Up next, we have Hammer Forge for added range, or Third Eye to give you that radar. Again, very good things to have. I'm going to go with more range, as high range is very important in hand cannons. And speaking of that, we also have Rangefinder. Aiming this weapon increases its effective range, making it a little more viable, letting those ghost bullets show up a little bit less often. Alright, coming up next, we actually have the Impeacher 5 sidearm. Let's take a look at the stats. We have got the rate of fire of 100 and impact of 6, range of 24, stability of 76, and a reload speed of 92 with a magazine size of 15. Its secondary stats, aim assistance of 50, equip speed of 69, recoil direction of 89, and a zoom of 12. Now, this particular archetype does fall right in line with Anton's Rule. Now, this is a newer archetype of weapon that's come in with this latest expansion, where it's actually slightly faster firing rate than the other sidearms that came before it. So I haven't got a chance to use this type of archetype yet, but if you guys have, in the comments, let me know how you like this type of sidearm. Now that we've looked at the stats, let's take a look at the perks that comes with this particular vendor roll. So we have got the True Sight IS, the Fast Draw IS, and the Quick Draw IS. Again, pick whichever one you like. Moving on, we have got Flared Magwell, which will increase the reload speed, or Snapshot. Definitely go with Snapshot, as this already has a pretty fast reload speed as it is. Hand Loaded in the next category, or Zen Moment. Both great options. I personally love Zen Moment because of how fast that this weapon fires. You're going to be getting that extra stability quite often, and it should help you out very, very well. For the last column, we have Reactive Reload. Reloading this weapon after a kill grants a damage boost for a short time. Now, because this can put a lot of damage out in a pretty short amount of time, I have a feeling that that Reactive Reload will be a very decent perk to have on your sidearm. Alright, up next we have the Bad Counsel 4 Shotgun. Now, this particular one has a couple of interesting stats. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We have a rate of fire of 23 and an impact of 52, range of 14, stability of 41, and a reload of 35, with a magazine size of 6. Its secondary stats is aim assistance of 61, equip speed of 53, recoil direction of 52, and again a zoom of 12. Now, with this particular rate of fire and impact, this happens to fall right in line with the next big thing shotgun, or the Patch A from Dead Orbit. They all fall into that same category. It is not bad. I wish that the range was a little bit higher of a stat, but it's got some decent impact for being that fast fire rate. If it has the right type of perks, this is ideally the type of shotgun that I like to run whenever I am taking a shotgun into PvE. Let's look at the stats. Alright, so we have got Linear Compensator, Accurized Ballistics, or Soft Ballistics. Now, we definitely don't need more stability, so it's going to be Accurized or Linear. Pick whichever one suits you best. Up next, we have Extended Mag for a larger magazine, which is always nice, or Lightweight, that you give extra agility when you have this weapon equipped. I'm going to go with the Extended Mag. Up next, we have Hammer Forged for a little bit of extra range, and Cascade. Melee kills automatically reload a portion of this weapon's magazine, which is not bad when you're running around shotgun meleeing people in the Crucible. Between the two, though, I'm probably going to go with Hammer Forge, just because in a shotgun you want to try to get the most range that you can to make them very effective. In the last column, we do have Full Auto. Now, this is again the same type of perk that I love to have on a faster fire rate shotgun such as this for PvE. So this has the potential, with the perks that it has, to be a pretty good PvE shotgun. Again, I have not personally tried this one out, but in the comments below, if you have, let me know how you like it and what you think of it and your overall impressions. Okay, moving right along, we have the Disposition 7 Sniper Rifle. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats on this bad boy, and you will see that we have a rate of fire of 26 and an impact of 22. Putting this right in line with the Defiance of Yasmin and Low Grade Humility, both very popular sniper rifles for a lot of people, so this could find a home for some of you. We also have a range of 70, stability of 46, and a reload of 67 with a magazine size of 4. For its secondary stats, we have aim assistance of 62, equip speed 52, recoil direction of 80, and a zoom of 40. Now, if this has the right type of perks with it, this might not be a horrible choice for a sniper rifle. Let's take a look. Alright, so you can see that we have the Wildhawk SLS-20, the Short Gaze SLH-10, and Eagle Eye SLR-20. Out of those, of course, I'm going to take the Short Gaze for that extra low zoom sight, as well as giving you a little bit of aim assist with it as well. Moving on to the next column, we have Skip Rounds or Snapshot. Go with Snapshot, clear winner in that category. Next up, we have either Hammer Forged for, again, some more range, or we can have Mulligan. Both are decent. Mulligan might be the better option, though, especially if you're trying to use this in PvP. For the last column, we have unflinching, where it is easier to aim while under fire. Now this is a very welcome perk on sniper rifles, since the last patch did greatly increase that flinch while you're aimed down sights and taking fire. So unflinching does help to combat that, make it a little bit easier for you. Now this is not bad. It doesn't have my favorite perks for it, but this is one that could be viable in the right situation. And rounding out their 6 weapons, last and not least, we have the First Citizen 9 machine gun, the heavy machine gun. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So you can see that we have a rate of fire of 100 and an impact of 25, making this the bullet hose variant of the heavy machine guns. A range of 14, stability of 38, reload of 41, with a magazine size of 77. With its secondary stats, we have an aim assistance of 71, equip speed of 49, and a recoil direction of 55, as well as a zoom of 15. Now with that rate of fire being 100 and impact 25, this falls right in line with the Song of Iriyut and the Culling heavy machine guns. So if you really like those very fast firing machine guns, this one might be for you. Let's take a look at the stats. So all the way starting off with aggressive ballistics, smooth ballistics, or field choke. Now if you want a little bit extra range and stability, you may want to go with one of these two. If you want this thing to hit as hard as possible, you may just want to head and leave it with the aggressive ballistics. As long as you can keep the recoil under control, this is not a bad option at all. For the next column, we have got extended mag, giving you a larger magazine, which is always nice, or again, snapshot. Both are okay, but on a heavy machine gun, I'm going to go with that extended magazine every single time. We also have either Hammer Forge to improve that dismal range stat, or Feeding Frenzy. Kills with this weapon increase the reload speed for a short time. Now if I was doing this in PvE, I would definitely go with Feeding Frenzy. Otherwise though, go with Hammer Forge just to give you a little bit extra range when you're doing PvP. And to help this out, we also have Counterbalance. This weapon has increased stability. Now with such a low stability stat, I don't even know if Counterbalance is going to help this one out or not. Again, I have not yet had a chance to use this one or the archetype of it, unfortunately. I never used either of those other. I like mine to be a little bit slower fire rate usually, but I have seen people use, you know, some of those others and really shred. So you guys, if you've tried it, let me know in the comment section below and let me know what you think of them. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Just a quick overview of all the weapons that New Monarchy has as vendor roles for you. I think there could be a couple of hidden gems in there. So far, I do believe that they are overall the weakest out of the bunch as far as PvP weapons go. Now they do have a couple of decent choices for PvE weapons, but just not some of my favorite archetypes or perks for the PvP scene. Now this is just my opinion and I could be completely mistaken. So in the comment section down below, if there are any weapons from the New Monarchy vendor role that you are using that you absolutely love, go ahead and let us know in the comment section down below what you think of those weapons and why you like it so much. But that's going to do it guys. As always, this is LVnative, you guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next one.